And then I've got to move it. And just when I'm pressing, I get high speed. I get high speed, but it doesn't last long. You can get 5. Much harder to go this way. You can go 5. 5 is easy. Either way. But when you go more, down is easy. You can go quite long. Can't do it. Going up is completely different. It doesn't work. All that stuff you learn, you could lecture the kid forever, it wouldn't do any good. You learn from experimenting, you know. If you look, it's like if I tell somebody how to ride a horse, I can tell him how to ride a horse, and I can talk forever, and he's not going to know how to do it. He's got to get on the horse and do it, yeah? That's tension, that's like an epileptic fit, it's like this, you know? That's a very fast tremolo. And if I do this, I'm just throwing it into gear. Like if I go forward, that's stiff. There are a lot of people don't have that because they don't have that. Some people can't have epileptic tension.
Could you demonstrate, please, a down bow staccato and comment on the way the stick is rotated in a down bow staccato?
Well, it's superfluous because you really don't, very seldom used. Some people use it because they have a natural down bow speed, but most of the time you almost always see it. You see up bow, you don't see. It's much more. It is much more difficult. The angle is. And the angle is this one. Toward going up, the wrist is toward on the inside, and going down. Because it's just this way. See, when you turn your arm this way, it goes in that away from you, the direction, because it's only that the arm goes first. So the arm goes first this way, arm goes first this way. So the wrist follows. So the wrist is turned this way. No, arm goes first, then the wrist is turned that way. So it's this way. So the wrist is always this has to be loose. Tension is only in both hands. If I want really high speed, I've got to use tension. I got to. It's like a. That's tension. See, this is. That's tension. If you can only get up to a certain speed. But past a certain speed, you got to turn on the tension. But you lose a little bit. You lose a little bit of control. And when you put tension, then the bow, you can't. When you do, that's coming off the string. But if I go, the faster I go, the less it doesn't come off the string anymore. Because if it comes off the string, it takes more time. So this remains right on the string. The faster you go, the smaller the stroke gets. It's very small. There, see, it's very small. But that's bouncing, but bouncing has quite a limits your speed. If I play the perpetual motion, and I go this, but if I go, if I want to go really fast, I put the bow. I don't bounce it anymore because bouncing takes more time when the bow comes off the strings. It's much more motion because if I want high speed, I just stay in this very small space and I remain. If I take the bow off, it takes more time. Bouncing, it takes more time than that. There's no. So it's not a. It's not really a spiccato anymore. If I do this, it's not spiccato. Spiccato, it's got to come off. So it's a limited. There's a limit to the speed in staccato. Yeah, well, when we play a chord, you have to not press hard, press as least possible. You try to play it piano, not have forte. Over here. If the strings are softer, I get up here. See, there's no flexibility. This middle string, if I play it here, the middle string is softer here. But if I go here, it's very stiff. So that's why, you see, if you put the bow here, it's much too stiff. And that's why if you have a round bridge, it's no good really. Shouldn't have a round. It's not a good idea. Because when you've got a round bridge, then this sticks out more. The curve is more. In order to press down, if it's round, in order to press down, you've got to press it down further. Whereas if they're nearly the same, you don't have to press them so much. This, if you do it like this, but if you do this, you've got to press this down much more. So then, to play three, if it's round and I want to play 3 strings, I got to press this down way down here, and it's very bad. It's very hard to play. So if the flatter your bridge is this, so you only have to press it down a little bit. And also, when you have low strings, it's much easier for the left hand. You don't need much finger pressure. As a matter of fact, finger pressure, we don't. If I do this, I'm not pressing this string down to the board. Only a little bit. Barely. I'm just touching it. If I press it down, it's gonna slow me up. The faster if I want to increase the speed, I have to stay very near. The more I raise the finger,
So having the flat bridge.
So it's efficiency. They're all technically based on efficiency. So when you make more motion, it's not efficient. You want everything you do has to be made with the least motion, not the most motion. See.
So having the flat bridge helps both the left hand and the right hand. The left hand.
Yeah. Of course, because if it's flat, you don't have to press that with the bow. You don't have to press it down very far. But if it's very round, you got to press it down much. You got to press it down much further. The rounder the bridge, the more difficult it is for the bow and for the left hand too. So actually, it doesn't have to be. It doesn't have to be all the way down Doesn't have to be all the way down to the board. Because if you do that, if you press it all the way down, you have to press hard. And if you press hard, you have no flexibility. You need some flexibility. And it's enough to be pressed part way. It doesn't have to be it doesn't have to be down. Doesn't have to be down to the fingerboard. And just enough pressure. See? Now it's not down to the board. This is, of course, if I do light, you get, that's the harmonic.
Regardless of what kind of bridge you have, when you're playing a chord in general, would it help you to play a little above the frog where the hair isn't as stiff?
Yeah, well, yeah, you wouldn't play that far. You play here. If you held the bow here, some people hold it there. It's possible. And then the hair, you be playing the chord here. You move your finger down here, and you're playing the chord here. So it's harder. But you get around it by playing, by going over that way. Oh yeah, you can look. Now if I go slowly, same thing. Just 3 strings. See? Now if I go slow, that's just middle string. The bow doesn't go fast enough. I need speed, not pressure. I need speed. If the bow goes too slowly, it's squeezed. You know, it's like if I grab somebody by the throat, this way. This sound has to have air, not. Well, it's not so. Here, it's not so bad. Here's bad. I can play quite a bit of pressure here. If I did that here, I have to much more. The higher I go, the more bow I have to use. Well, the bow is, it's like a ball that's bouncing. You got to give it time to bounce. If you hit it too soon, you kill the bounce. See, I've got to give it time. It's got to be even. I've got to change it the right time. If I go, I've got to give it time to bounce twice. This way, not. The bounce. In other words, when you're going this way, you shouldn't hear that I'm changing direction. It shouldn't sound. It's hard. To change, it's hard to change. Without this, when you change direction, if you change too soon, you disturb the bounce. It's got to keep bouncing the same. If I push my hand on the change, if I change too soon, I kill the bounce. See? But the way to learn bowing is to do first this way. 2 strings is better than 1. 2, then 1, 2, you do 2, 3, 4. So it goes even. So when you're going, the whole arm goes. Not, you don't keep the elbow. The elbow, the whole arm has to go together. Not that way. This is a common mistake, doing this. See? And you try to go in the direction of the bridge, otherwise you're going backwards. So when you're going that way, if you're playing a scale going down, you play up bow. You don't play. You try to go in the direction of the bridge. Not. Yeah, well, he's got 3 and 1. The problem is, you got 3 going this way, and then you got 1 going that way. So on the 1, you got to get all the way back to where you were. Use 3. Very hard to explain. It definitely sounds. You can hear it. It's. I can hear 3 and 1. It's not like. That's 2 and 2. It sounds different. Da 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 dum. Goes like that. See? You can hear 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. You hear dum ba dum. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. If I do that, I gotta kick it going that way. It's not gonna go by itself. That's easy. But then it's not gonna bounce going up. I've gotta kick it along. Yeah. Well, when you have those thrown bow, yeah, you can go much faster. You go much faster. So this is much faster than, because I'm reversing direction. It's hard to know because it's just you get. I used to practice it, and because it's a freak motion, this. When I was a kid, I practiced it, and I get shooting pains down my. I practice it too long because it's unnatural. This. So the minute I got needles or shooting pains, I had to stop. The same as if you do an extension like this. If you leave it too long, if you keep doing this, you'll pull a tendon. If you do this, as long as you're doing that, you don't hurt anything. But if you keep this like this, finally you'll pull a tendon because it's not made. After a while, one of the tendons is going to give out. They get tendonitis. They get. That's why some teachers scream at the pupils. Sometimes you find one teacher that has, some of his pupils have tendonitis, and that's because he screams at them and they get tight. It scares them. some people, teachers used to scare them so much they were afraid before they came in the door. I had one crazy guy. He was a very good violin teacher, but and he went over to the cabinet and he took out a gun and he said to the girl, he said, "I told you not to play out of tune." So I used to tell him, "Now look, see this?" I said, "Now, when you play this next note, if it's out of tune, I'm going to shoot you." So, you go to the I said, "You got it." That's what I want you to do. Think. Think first. The thumb, you go with the fingers. When you go with the fingers, the thumb has no choice but to come along. See, you don't go, if possible, don't go with the thumb and the fingers at the same time. Do that. Do this. This. If you go like this, the thumb will come along. But if you go like this, if you move the whole thing, if you just move that, you just move this and leave that. And you do that, this comes along. But if you do this, then you move the whole arm. So instead of moving the whole arm, you just move the fingers. So you